I love the old days. You know what they used to do to guys like that when they were in a place like this? They'd be carried out on a stretcher, folks. And you can tell them to go themselves. I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible. When Mexico sends its people, they're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists. You know, you could see there was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever. You gotta see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember.
Shock initially. I think the next day was like a blur. Because it was something that for me and a lot of my friends and our family sitting around watching it was like where we were expecting a completely different outcome. So yeah, shock initially, and then took a couple of days for it to absorb.
I was very surprised when I found out that Donald Trump had won, because all the news stories seemed to suggest that he was behind, and at some points far behind. At the time, I was very disappointed because I was looking forward to having a qualified female as president, and I viewed Donald Trump as a demagogue who stirred trouble, and no one really knew what he thought.
A couple weeks after the election, I was at Bush Intercontinental Airport, and a man was wearing a turban, and a man walked by him and said, are you going to blow up my plane? And the man with the turban just turned and kind of put his head down a bit, and the other man continued to walk on by. And I walked up to the man with the turban and said, did that man say what I thought he said? And he said, yeah, people say that kind of thing all the time.
For me, the election was very disappointing because we have some serious issues as a country that need to be dealt with. Neither candidate really took the time to address them. They were both focused on personal attacks on each other. Trump had a kernel of a few good ideas, but he described them in very offensive ways that made it impossible for me to vote for him.
Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here.
That if you oppose someone, it's okay to pummel them, to make it personal, to brutalize them, rather than have a discussion about the issue. There isn't a discussion about the issue, about the feeling. So you can't argue feelings.
I wanted Hillary to win, but America elected Trump, and even though I'm not happy with the result, I think that we need to support him as he is still our president, and I don't want America to go up in flames, so we need to keep him accountable for the next 4 years, and hopefully he won't get reelected.
I have hope that things will change. I'm still hoping things will turn around. But I think, politics is something that there's a lot of things that's just moving along, and whether you have a new president in place or not, it's not going to completely change a lot. There is going to be a lot of change, and I think the culture will change, but overall, the day-to-day working of the government is not.